Welcome back to another episode of Uboat. Currently we are already in January 1941 and we will do Gibraltar Minelaying mission, which is part of the Minelaying Africa. It's third out of 3. We will see if this is going to close it or not. And as a reward we should receive one Type 9 U-boat, which is like our, it's called Milk Cow, it's our supply U-boat. We can just go there, take new food, new torpedoes, new stuff, technically resupply and then continue operation without going back to the port.
Benötigen Sie, Herr? Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an.
Halbe Fahrt voraus! Kurs setzen!
Uns wurde von einem verbündeten Boot ein mögliches Ziel in unserer Nähe gemeldet.
So this is slow speed steamer somewhere here going north, 247, which is not far from us. But we don't have to engage it for now, so we will continue. By the way, there is new campaign unlocked for the southern roads. This is going to yield cheaper imports, like coffee and other stuff, by 35%, by 60% and by 75%. So we will, if there will be opportunity, we'll also start working on the southern roads, but this ends in January 44. For now, let's focus on closing the one, hopefully closing the one here, Minelaying Africa campaign. That's where we're closing in.
Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
I do expect some enemy warships around, so let's quickly check. But before we do that, let's check our food situation. I just filled it and I immediately took it. Right. It's quite fine. We approach at night. It's currently okay. It's 6 in the morning, so the night will be over soon. So we are close to African coast now, and we already see some warships over there. But I think that's currently all what we see. You see some rocks on the right side behind us. And now we expected to see some enemy warships over there. So there is one at least here. This is a destroyer.
Alarm!
Yeah.
Feindliche Kriegsschiffe in Sicht. Peilung 325
So this is the first one we currently see. There is one coming from behind. This one as well. Then there is one small close to the destroyer. Okay, there is one more. Let's check. Let's change the sides right here. So one more over there. Stepping through this trade would be a really challenge, especially on Type 7B. I think C can be deeper. C be a safer one, but currently it's not available yet. Just made another one torpedo we have loaded, the rest are mines.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
We are just 2 miles from the destination, so I assume destroyer is somewhere here. We will have to measure the distance, but I believe. Let's even try.
Kurs
Oh, it's
setzen!
there, so it's more further away. Team still seems to be stationary.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Okay, but from the look of it, maybe there are these 2 flags. Because one is definitely down there, or it looks like at least. And the one should be also above, so from this point of view, we are probably dealing with Black Swan. There is also a second one. There is this road in front, and the road in the back. So very likely this is the Black Swan class, which has a speed of 20. We are currently at 14. Because there is one, there are two more like these clans that they have like quite high pole or mast in the front, but then this one has a second one in behind. So I believe we are definitely dealing. This is already a cruiser. So we are going to probably having like we are having this black swan. Very likely, even from this angle. Big rod in front, even bigger at the back. Two masts, two flags on front. Very likely one. I will measure the distance with Uzo, but I think this is not as stable and it's not as close as it seems like from the binocular perspective. Yeah, exactly, so this is quite small target still.
Herr Clarion, wir befinden uns in flachen
10
Gewässern.
kilometers.
Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Tiefe unter Kiel 9 Meter.
Hopefully we will not get it detected, so we'll just lay mines and leave. This should be quite fast, quite simple mission, hopefully.
Verstanden, Kommandant!
There's still 1 mile to go. 1 mile away. It's very light stationary destroyer. We could get also intercepted by aircraft. We should keep an eye on them. Alright, currently it looks like we are not being detected. We are getting very slowly closer, but not as close because they are sitting away from our route, so very just gently getting closer and closer. We can even measure the distance using Uboat. Before it was like 9.7 kilometers, now it's around roughly saying 7 kilometers.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 7, 0, 9, 0 Meter.
I will order the deck awash.
Vorfluten!
Just slightly decrease our visibility from the side, because this is, we are technically facing their side and they are facing our side, so we can see each other quite okay. But we can go slightly below. Just keep the conning tower on top.
Kleine Fahrt voraus. 90
Right, so we
Grad.
are already at
Steuerbord.
destination, and we are going to find mines immediately.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Zu Befehl, Herr Kommandant.
90 Grad. Steuerbord. Langsame Fahrt voraus. Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Tiefe unter Kiel 13 Meter.
Alright, so only 13 meters below. Alright, so since we are not on the silent mode, silent blue alert, so he's already loading mines to the tubes on his own, so yeah, we're fine.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Alles klar. Ich werde mich darum kümmern.
Alright, so we have a second batch already out. Yeah, starting with the third one.
Elektrokompressor einschalten.
And we will directly
Kurs
head back
setzen.
to La Rochelle. from where we are right now. Right, so third one is almost out. Now we switch to fifth one. Fourth one, so.
Dieselkompressor ausschalten. Lenzpumpe einschalten.
Rohr 1 geladen.
Alright, so fourth one out. Now we are going to land fifth batch. And then one more and then we are finished. And we can head home. So we just have to wait a moment until they load the last mines.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Rohr 3 geladen.
That's it, the last batch is now out.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
We will also go fully surfaced.
Lenzpumpe einschalten.
Alright, so the last mine is going to be planted just in a second. Yeah.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Now our new objective is to leave the area. Let's do that. Gibraltar heavily guarded, but we were quite lucky to just found one destroyer close to our destination. We're already leaving, and the remaining probably warships are just quite far away. So this is quite easy. Hopefully we will not be intercepted by aircraft. Anything on the way back.
Geladen.
Alright, so now it's on the move. Now we see smoke from the destroyer. And from the look of it, they are moving away from us. This is definitely moving away. It's quite smaller when we checked closer. Alright, so we can use the time compression and get to the La Rochelle faster.
Rohr 3 geladen. Rohr 4 geladen. Rohr 5 geladen.
Alarm beenden.
Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause. Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause. Heilung, 180 Grad. 180 Grad. Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum. Herr
Zeit,
Clarion,
unseren
wir
Mut
wurden
zu testen,
entdeckt.
Männer.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe, kleine Gruppe. Peilung 145 Grad.
Close at us. Let's close all
Alle
the
Luken
bulkheads.
schließen.
Switch on the
Lenzpumpe einschalten.
Wasserbomben, sehr nah.
Schneller, schneller!
So we did manage the first batch. We are quite okay. Nothing was damaged. No one was injured. That's even more important.
Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe, kleine Gruppe. Peilung 150 Grad. Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe, kleine Gruppe. Peilung 155 Grad. Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung 155 Grad.
Alright, so from the look of it, they are bonding and going to the high altitude. Alright, so we only received one batch of depth charges, nothing happened. Now we are already fine. That's a really good one.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
Halbe Fahrt
The
voraus.
wheel remains submerged for a period of time.
Peilung 145 Grad.
Because this plane is probably not giving up, just maybe going higher and then checking from a different view. It looks like still heading our direction. I opened the snorkel
Schraubengeräusch. Handelsschiff. Peilung 350
and we
Grad.
switch to diesel. So maybe we'll have some smoke trail behind us, but I'm not sure if they will be able to spot it. We also have a snorkel out, so it's a slightly bigger profile than just one single periscope.
Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe, kleine Gruppe. Peilung 160 Grad.
Es ist nicht mehr erforderlich, die Schotten geschlossen zu halten. Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Der Grund liegt tiefer als 150 Meter, Herr Kaloy. Die Messung ist nicht präzise genug.
Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Tiefe unter Kiel 3, 2, 7 Meter.
It's definitely getting deeper in this area. Okay, we have some smoke from our snorkel, but I think now it just goes away. It did some loops. Or is it still turning? It's still turning. So let's wait a bit more. probably lose track of it. Yeah, right now.
Kondensstreifen. Peilung 150 Grad.
So one plane is still at us. Let's use the other periscope. We are anyway smoking, and there is also a snorkel out, so we can use the second one. It's not going to increase the profile dramatically.
Alarm beenden!
Kondensstreifen. Peilung 345 Grad. Alarm! Flugzeugmann!
Ruhig und konzentriert. Folgen Sie mir. Verstanden. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Clarion.
Funktelegramm gesendet. Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Zu Befehl, Herr Kommandant.
Herr Clarion, wir wurden entdeckt.
Wir wissen, wie es geht. Drehen wir den Spieß gegen diese Jäger um.
Alright, so we have been detected.
Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung. Schornsteinrauch. Peilung
Tiefe unter
180
Kiel,
Grad.
240 Meter. Verstanden. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Clarion.
Schneller, schneller, schneller! Auf E-Motoren wechseln. Feindliche Kriegsschiffe in Sicht. Peilung 190 Grad.
Gesendet.
Feindliche Kriegsschiffe in Sicht. Peilung 180 Grad.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
So we have closed snorkel, we are on electric. Yeah, and it's probably abandoning the search. Yeah. They lost eyes on us because we used counter. We technically prepared for that as much as we can. Alright. And us.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant!
Let's cover the snorkel out. Try to leave
Halbe Fahrt voraus!
defense.
Großartig, Herr Kommandant. Das war eine gelungene Unternehmung.
Funktelegramm gesendet. Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung 195 Grad.
Right, so we did manage to leave.
Schornsteinrauch. Peilung 185 Grad.
Alarm
Funktelegramm
beenden!
gesendet.
Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
We'll remain submerged on diesel and snorkel for a while, maybe until we reached.
Dafür haben wir trainiert. Wir werden das gemeinsam durchstehen.
Ja, Herr Kaloy, ich kümmere mich darum.
There was snorkel closing in. Yeah, snorkel, destroyer.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln!
I just closed snorkel.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Ja, Herr Kaloin, ich kümmere mich darum.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
hard to tell the class, but let's try. This is now not black sun because it only has one mast. There is a tall rod in front, but there is only a small one on this one, so it's not a Caldwell. It could be... no, EF has two of them, so nope. It could be hand classed. No, because there is this rod missing. The line goes directly to there. Seems not as well. Most likely not. Only two masts. This could be a V class here because there is this top or tall front rod. The middle one, then it goes somewhere there. Not to the end, but somewhere there, and there should be this hollow structure, which I think it's there. Yes. It's a V class for now.
Verstanden. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Clarion. Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Velocity could be around 15 or 20. Let's do 15 for now. Let's try to measure.
Alle Maschinen, stopp! Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Lage 4, 1, Bug links. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 3, 6, 0, 0 Meter. Lage 4, 2, Bug links. Aktualisieren. Geschwindigkeit 1, 9, Knoten.
We will fire 2 torpedoes at it.
Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung 160 Grad.
Torpedorohr 5 gewartet. Zu Befehl, Herr Kommandant. Verstanden. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Clarion.
Alright, so he wasn't preparing the torpedo. I did some misclick probably. We can at least remeasure the speed now.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren.
19 for the second round,
Geschwindigkeit
so yes, it
1,
looks correct.
9, Knoten. Aktualisieren. Gegnerlage 7, 7, Bug links. Entfernung 2, 2, 6, 0 Meter.
Maybe I will keep the torpedo at stern untouched, but we will fire only one from the front.
Rohr 2, bewässern.
It's exactly the V class.
Rohr 2 bewässert.
Torpedorohr 1 geortet.
Rohr 1, bewässern.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum. Rohr 1 bewässert.
Los! Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Der Grund liegt tiefer als 150 Meter, Herr Clarion. Die Messung ist nicht präzise genug.
Aktualisieren. Gegnerlage 8, Bug links. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 1, 6, 4, 5 Meter.
So now it's
Torpedorohr
around
2
100.
gewartet.
Oh, I mean 90.
Aktualisieren. Gegnerlage 9, 2, links. Rohr 2, bewässern.
Rohr 2 bewässert.
Los!
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg. Torpedoversager.
That's unfortunate. But we fired another one. Did they stop now because of the torpedo? Maybe they were impacted and they realized, okay, there is something going on, because they definitely are slower now. Maybe even like going to stand still. Hopefully not. This torpedo is guided to engines, to propellers. I'm surprised that it wasn't hit, that it was at that, because it was angle was right, so all seems okay. But still,
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg.
it was a dud.
Rohr 1 geladen.
Feindliches Schiff getroffen.
Alright, at least something.
Halbe Fahrt voraus. E-Motoren besetzen.
If they weren't like completely taken out, taken out, then they are at least damaged. But let's change the course at them. So it
Kurs
will be 90
0
degrees almost.
Grad.
Turn, they're at 70. And if needed, you can fire one more. Because we already damaged it, so it makes no sense to leave it there. That's still unknown name, but we know it's a VIIB.
Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung 150 Grad. Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe. Kleine
Ruder
Gruppe.
mittschiffs.
Peilung 130 Grad.
Already spent 2 torpedoes on them, but we will probably need one more.
Die Besatzung evakuiert
maybe
das
not.
Schiff.
Maybe they are going to just evacuate.
Kurs 6 Grad.
So this one seems to have a lot of, only one pole with 2 flags and a lot of chimneys. So I think it was one of the last here. The one there. It's like 2 at the end, then one more. So I think it's the town class. We'll see soon enough.
Rohr 2 geladen.
Kurs 6 Grad.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Kurs 6 Grad.
Okay, so they already evacuated. And hopefully the destroyer will go down fast. Maybe we'll quickly submerge. I mean surface. And as soon as we are on the surface, we'll give them supplies. Maybe take... Okay, but there is no captain on this. In this game, you only get captain and engineer or mechanic from the freighter or the tanker, but not from the enemy warship. So you can just give them supplies and let them be. Speaking of supplies, let's check our supplies. Okay, so now it's sunk.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
We still have plenty. So we can share. So we only see
Torpedorohr 5 gewartet. Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 5, 9, 3, 0 Meter. Aktualisieren. Geschwindigkeit 2, 0, Knoten. Rohr 5, bewässern. Rohr 1, bewässern. Rohr 5, bewässern. Los!
we'll fire 2 torpedoes at them. Hopefully we will hit them.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Torpedorohr 3 gewartet.
Kurs 8 Grad.
Now I realize we do not see smoke anymore, so hopefully it's not stationary, because if yes, then we may be...
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 5, 0, 7, 1 Meter. Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Tiefe unter Kiel 295 Meter.
Rohr 1 geladen. Ja, Herr Clarion, ich kümmere mich darum.
Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung 90 Grad.
So torpedoes were going maybe that direction, because we said that it's going at 20 knots to the left. Now they turn, so torpedoes are... They are already aware and turning at it. Let's wait and see.
Torpedorohr 4 gewartet. Zu Befehl, Herr Kommandant.
Now it's Maybe 11 only.
Aktualisieren.
Let's double check one more time.
Gegnerfahrt 1, 1. Knoten. Schussunterlagen
Oh, maybe
aktualisieren. Geschwindigkeit 1, 5. Knoten. Aktualisieren. Winkel 8, 9. Bug rechts. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 4, 5, 0, 6 Meter. Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung
So I doubt we will hit
5,
it.
3, 6, 1 Meter.
Because
Aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 6, 5, 4, 3 Meter. Alle Maschinen, stopp!
solid surface now.
Anblasen!
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
Hopefully we won't get fired at from the destroyer behind.
Dieselkompressor einschalten. Elektrokompressor einschalten. Lenzpumpe einschalten. Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
It's going at us, so let's quickly handle all the lifeboats and then disappear. they are still needed.
Verstanden, Kommandant! Kurs setzen! Natürlich, Herr Clarion!
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Clarion?
Ja? Herr
Ja.
Kapitän, Befehle, Herr Clarion.
Ja.
Alarm beenden!
Zeit für eine Auszeit. Folgen Sie mir.
Natürlich, Herr Clarion.
Right, so we did manage what we achieved. We lost 2 torpedoes trying to fire at one destroyer, which was like not possible from where we were. 'Cause it was changing course a lot. We also had one dot, but the remaining stuff was on technically 2 hit, or only 1 hit on the V class destroyer. Alright, we planted all the mines, so this campaign could be closed. Most likely. We have now a lot of missions for southern drones, or we can try to pass through the Strait of Gibraltar unnoticed. Rewards for these are only cheaper imports, which with our like 500,000 it's not an issue at all.
Jawohl, weiter geht's. Alarm!
Auf Seerohrtiefe!
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Ja, Herr Clarion, ich kümmere mich darum. Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Zu Befehl, Herr Kommandant. Funktelegramm gesendet. Herr Clarion, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln! Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung. Langsame Fahrt voraus. Schneller, schneller, schneller!
Tiefe unter Kiel 7. 9 Meter.
Schneller, schneller!
out, so this is 700 meters. He turned at us, so let's speed up. Oh, we are already on full speed. So let's see if he... No,
Schraubengeräusch.
he's just...
Handelsschiff. Peilung 295 Grad.
He just decided to abandon the mission. Alright, that's... So the crew is performing really well. From my perspective, this is like the best crew I ever had. We almost always managed aircraft drop on us. So yeah, I'm really quite happy with them. Okay, so there is a merchant 295, so let's check on the map.
Kurs setzen!
Yeah, we can have a look. It's technically our direction. Now we lost it again.
Alarm beenden!
Wird erledigt, Herr Kaloi. Schraubengeräusch. Handelsschiff. Peilung 345 Grad.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Everything's
Jawohl, Herr Kaloi.
closing in, so let's check this one first. We are at the storm.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Ja, Herr Kaloi, ich kümmere mich darum. Funktelegramm gesendet.
So this is going to be difficult. Alright, so we have at least now the locked operator. There was an alarm, so it's technically enemy one. Alright, so we will surface, because doing this one at the storm
Torpedorohr 1 gewartet.
would be really challenging.
Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloi.
I think we will do better on a surface. Because on surface we can use binoculars from the conning tower.
Tanks anblasen.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln. Elektrokompressor einschalten. Lenzpumpe einschalten. Dieselkompressor einschalten.
We should see if this is a merchant ship which has guns or not. I mean C3 or something else. Should be able to go on. No. It's probably because of this one. Alright, so we are facing this direction. It looks like Empire Tower.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
I don't believe they can be reasoned with in such a way that they will try to escape, because in the storm, yeah, definitely it's not easy to do anything in the storm. So we will see if we can engage them verbally first. But I will have to see if it's really just the Empire Tower, or if we are dealing with the armed freighter flying the C3.
Äußerste Kraft voraus. Kurs setzen.
Torpedorohr 3 gewartet. Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Torpedorohr 4 gewartet.
Kurs setzen. Bestätige.
So we lost eyes on them. That's Empire Tower.
Kurs setzen.
And it's a British white one. Empire Clarion.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Clarion.
Verstanden. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt.
Impossible. Who's over this weather? Estimated speed in south weather would be 5 knots.
Aktualisieren. Geschwindigkeit 5 Knoten. Aktualisieren. Lage 8 3 gut links. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 1 6 4 2 Meter. Lage 8 1 gut links.
Just try to catch up with them and reason with them everybody. If not, we already have something to do. Something calculation.
setzen.
Quite close, so we can try using it. Okay, even in such weather we decided to follow orders, which is perfect. They saved
Kurs setzen.
Right, so they don't met kids and we currently have no space for that, so we'll continue. Just sinking completely down.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Ich benötige Ihre Unterstützung. Folgen Sie mir.
Wird erledigt, Herr Kat.
Also they sunk.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Ich benötige Ihre Unterstützung. Folgen Sie mir.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
It's a bit tricky.
Halbe Fahrt voraus. Scheinwerfer ausschalten.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Clarion. Handelsschiff. 355 Grad.
Kurs
There
setzen!
was Spanish freighter
Jawohl,
in
ich
front
kümmere
of
mich
us.
darum.
We'll check their papers immediately.
Ja? Natürlich, Herr Kanoe. Funktelegramm gesendet.
It's Empire, probably Dell.
Kurs setzen! Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Alle Maschinen stopp!
So let's send a delegation. Monte Igueldo. So we will need a Spanish speaker Wilhelm, just in case English speaker Hero, and me as a navigator and merchant again. Oh, we have something on deck, I forgot. Probably medkit. So they speak only Spanish, but we have Wilhelm, which is fluent in Spanish. This is fine, so we can check their papers. Port of Lisbon, and they should transport raw resources. Alright, let's put pressure on these claims. Alright, so he did not fault, so this is probably right. Let's just search if they are, if we will find something or not. Okay, so no contraband, nothing unusual was found. Yeah, raw materials as they said. Alright, that's clear, they are clear to go.
Kurs 3,5 Grad.
Come on. Get on board. Arrow, come on.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Bruder Mitschiffs!
Monte Igueldo. Safe travels.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Alle Luken schließen!
Zeit für eine Auszeit. Jawohl, weiter geht's. Herr Clarion, wir befinden uns in flachen Gewässern.
Kurs setzen! Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
This is going to be a very bad situation. We have 12 aircraft with us.
Auf Seerohrtiefe! Auf maximale sichere Tiefe gehen! Lenzpumpe einschalten!
Zu Befehl, Herr Kommandant.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Schneller, schneller!
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln!
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung. Herr Kapitän?
Schadensbericht!
Ich bin verletzt. Sanitäter!
Hilfe!
Höhenbruch im Bugtorpedoraum! Ich benötige Ihre Unterstützung. Folgen Sie mir.
Schadensbericht!
Mein Chor ist nicht einsatzbereit. Schaden am Turm.
10 Meter. Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Schraubengeräusch. Peilung 160 Grad.
Wasserbomben, sehr nah. Wasserbomben, sehr nah.
Schadensbericht!
This is very bad now. We have 7
Wassereinbruch im
leaks.
Torpedoraum.
We have no pump, so we have to evacuate immediately.
Torpedoraum evakuieren!
Aktuelle Tiefe 15 Meter.
Alle Maschinen stopp!
Verstanden, Kommandant.
10 Meter.
...20 Meter.
Verstanden, Kommandant!
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Schadensbericht!
Funkanlage beschädigt. Horchgerät nicht mehr einsatzbereit. Verstanden, Herr Kommandant. Ja, Herr Kaloy, ich kümmere mich darum.
Schadensbericht!
Ich bin verletzt. Sanitäter! Ich brauche Hilfe!
Verstanden, Kommandant. Höhenbruch im Hecktorpedoraum repariert. Alles klar. Ich werde mich darum kümmern. Ich brauche Hilfe. Sunny!
Hecktorpedoraum evakuieren!
Verstanden. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloy.
Schadensbericht!
Die Maschinen sind beschädigt. Ja?
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Herr Clarion?
Verstanden, Kommandant. Höhenbruch im Hecktorpedoraum repariert. Ja, Herr Kaloy, ich kümmere mich darum. Wassereinbruch im E-Maschinenraum gestoppt.
Hecktorpedoraum evakuieren! Dieselraum evakuieren! Kombüse evakuieren!
it seems no one died as far as I'm concerned or informed. We have from the central up to the stern room everything fixed. I mean, from like leakage perspective. We are pumping out water. As soon as everything is dry there, we'll try to fix whatever is leaking in front. Because this seems to be stabilized now. Yeah, seems to be alright. We have still a couple of broken equipment, but this is completely fine at the current situation. We just have to get rid of the 6 more leaks. We have 9 more spare parts in the storage area. So as soon as this is dry, the more than a half of the U-boat, then we will then approach the front of the bow sections. This will take a while, but luckily we managed. I think this was the hardest ever damage we already have. Couple of sailors were injured. We also have our torpedo mechanic taken out for a couple of days or weeks. He has a serious injury. But other than that, at least for now, it looks already better than it was before with 11 or 12 leaks. Okay, now we have something very close again, but this was not another leak, just there are still 6 of them in front. Alright, so this was like 12 aircraft like we had in the one of the first missions on the Type 2A, returning to Germany. Now we're returning to France, to our home base, and again 12 aircraft start dropping everything they have on us. They probably lost sight where we are, and they do not know our current situation, that we are like full of water, like front completely, and the back is not doing so much better. We are down to 160 cubic meters of water in all compartments, which majority will be in front. But as I said, we won't approach the front until the central and the stern are completely dry. We could technically start. No, not yet. It's too a lot of water. I was like thinking that maybe we could start moving water from the compartments to the central, but if we will do that, it will directly flow back because there is still a lot of water. So let's wait a bit more. We have here 4 meters. Okay, so this is not bad. From 156. Yeah, we have still a lot of damage, especially in front. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major and 1 minor leak. Then we have a couple of like hydrophone and radio are completely gone. And I think there are light bulb or something also taken out, but this is just minor damage. Alright, so this seems to be better. Let's start taking the water out.
Folgen Sie mir!
Alles klar! Ich werde mich darum kümmern.
Right, so this section is, the central seems to be completely dry. 0.6 is nothing. This section is almost dry, so we will not take water from here anymore. We could even start switching on electricity back on. Then the next one, oops, the next one is still quite full, so let's switch on the electricity in galley. This should work. And now we'll continue taking water out of engine room. I still lag a lot. We still have 6 leaks, 5 major, 1 minor on in front, and our torpedo mechanic and main mechanic in general is out of service. He was seriously injured, so we just have to rely on our torpedo, on our engine mechanic. He's also mechanic, but he does not produce the scrap, so we cannot make more spare parts. So we have currently 9 in the storage area, so we have to patch 6 leaks with 9 of them. Still, we are trying to get water out of the U-boat as fast as we can from the stern part. I mean all the compartments up to the stern torpedo room. And then we try to send Wilhelm to the front, to the, not bow torpedo, but first to the officer's room. To patch. There are at least 3 or 4 leaks there, so each time he goes there, there should be some water leakage coming into the central, which we should be able to pump out while he's fixing it. And then when he fixes everything, then we will continue the same approach. We will dry everything out again, including the officer's room, and then we will proceed to the bow torpedo room, and then we will try to patch. There are at least 2 major leaks there as well, and maybe 1 minor because of the torpedo loading hatch. So we should be much better situation now, at least from like the sections behind the central. There is still some water in the stern torpedo room, which will get out after we finish this one. And now we can start sending Wilhelm to try to patch the leaks in front, so we will be able to move. We are not far from La Rochelle, but we were ambushed by 12 aircraft quite heavily. 11 leaks, still 12 equipment damaged, and also a couple of sailors were injured. Unfortunately, at least 1 officer seriously. We even lost electricity for a while, so the pump wasn't working, so we had to fix the switch boxes as a priority. And as soon as this was done, we started to patching leakages. There were 3 of them in the stern torpedo room, so we patched them. And now we are trying to do our best to be able to surface again. But the best part is that no one died, even though it was quite serious damage in front and in the stern, in the bow and in the stern. But we did manage to not lose anyone. Here is Friedrich, seriously injured, and I think he's also seriously injured, so we will have a couple of serious injuries, but no one died, at least for now. There are still planes that are above. Okay, this seems to be dry as well. Right, so we can switch electricity to both compartments now. And we'll continue to do the same thing as I said to the front. So this door will be closed. Alright, so let's send him to fix what is still leaking whole port side.
Ja, Herr Kaloy, ich kümmere mich darum.
As you can see, there's like a massive amount of water. Has the breathing apparatus hopefully still functional.
Aktuelle Tiefe
We can't lose
15
him
Meter.
because we do not have anyone else. I mean, from the engineer's perspective.
...20 Meter.
Alright, so one leak patched. Now we have to get the water out again and continue with the next one. We still have 5 to go. We are lucky that this is very shallow water. We are currently only at like 10 meters. There are still some planes above us, so if not all of them dropped their charges yet, we could be facing them as soon as we start to move. Hopefully we don't need to like surface because of like too shallow water, we have water in front of us until we reach La Rochelle, so we will see about that. I was really worried that this would be our end, but we did manage, at least for now. Right, so we can go and patch another one.
Alles klar. Ich werde mich darum kümmern.
I forgot to check his breathing apparatus. So as soon as he is back, we will do that immediately. We are still getting water because as soon as we open the door, the water from the office room enters here. So now there is some gap, and the water is still coming in through the leakages in front. Yeah, he's now back again. So we could technically, let me check his apparatus.
Herr Kapitän?
It's at 100. Alright, so not as bad. So there is no leak in this room anymore, and we have hole in the hull, starboard side, port side. Alright, so he can go. No, we can now open this room. We will wait a bit until this is clean, because then I think the next room has to be further dried out until we can reach the bow torpedo room. But okay, there are possibly no other leaks in the next compartment, so So this is getting a bit and bit better every time. Okay, the fastest way to get water out is from the central, so I want to have here the higher amount. And then we slowly drain the officer's room. Oops, we have to... Nope, this is not going to work. We have to still evacuate this compartment.
Offiziersraum evakuieren!
They will go there and back, and this is not going to work. Right, so currently we have a lot of water here. So first we have to drain this. But we are down to 118 from, I don't know, 160 to 180. Very close to the worst situation. Okay, guys are still going through this door, so the water gets there to the crew compartment, but okay, we'll manage. The pump still operates not just from here, but also now it drains. You see there is already water levels around there. So it also drains this compartment because it's shallow water and the pressure is not as high, or technically there is no high pressure from outside. So it will drain this compartment on its own, but it's faster to get water here because the pump is directly here. It seems that the bow torpedo room is completely filled, but we still are getting water out, so we are decreasing the water in the U-boat, which is especially if we want to continue. We can't surface. Currently we have like minus 50 buoyancy. So negative buoyancy means that it's sinking. It's on the bottom, currently shallow water, but if we will not get the water out, we will not be able to surface. The room in the officer's room is quite spacey, so the water there will need a couple of minutes to be drained. And I think the bow torpedo room is even more spacey, so we will have to drain the water. With aircraft still trying to hit us. I think there was one drop nearby because it was shaky. There are still dropping charges. Hopefully we will not be hit again directly. Let me check the situation with our spare parts as soon as this is below the door. This room was fully filled, so I think now it's like to quite low level. Okay, we are approaching 100 cubic meters. Let me check the spare parts. Still have 7. We are getting there. We are quite lucky that the central wasn't hit directly, because there are valves, there are these controls, everything is here, so luckily until now it wasn't hit. Hopefully it stays this way. Alright, so we can keep it open now. This is damaged, this one is damaged fully. We have to drain this compartment completely, and as soon as this is drained we can start fixing the 4 more leakages in front. Yep. So we are below 90 now. Currently it's only minus 40, it was minus 80 before. It's like we are still sinking, but not like half the half the speed as before. Alright, so they are moving Friedrich already from crew compartment to the officer's room. Or maybe vice versa. Yeah, it depends on like the level of the water. If he will be able to be placed there, they will place him here. They will place him there. Alright, so this one is clean. We'll ask Wilhelm to fix the one on the hull.
Ja, Herr Kaloi, ich kümmere mich darum.
Just to give you an idea how much water is there, it's like full of water. Fully. So this looks fine. Electric engine is down, but the diesel engine is just slightly damaged, so we can fix that later. But first the leakage has to go, has to be patched, has to go. Alright, so one is fixed. He's now evacuating the room. Yeah, he opened the door second time, so there is like new water coming from there. Alright, Wilhelm, another action for you, another mission. Let's fix one.
Herr Kapitän?
Let's fix one on the starboard side.
Verstanden! Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloi!
And we will drain the whole U-boat, hopefully. So we still have 2 major, 1 minor leaks. Below 80 already. Right, so he should return soon. Yes, perfect. And now one more major on the port side.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant!
Thank you, Wilhelm.
Verstanden, Kommandant!
Alright, so we successfully patched all
Verstanden, Kommandant!
of the... Okay, now I'm underwater, I have to leave. So we successfully patched all the leakages. Now we just have to drain the U-boat. We are down to 65. Alright, so we will keep this one open now until the level is equal. And we have to drain the whole U-boat now.
Tauchen auf 25 Meter. Folgen Sie mir!
Jawohl! Ich kümmere mich darum!
Still worried about the planes above. These aircraft are like still probably not finished with us. Alright, so it does look much better. We are already with negative, like neutral buoyancy. So we could just take this water out and we should be good to go. Just these planes are still above us. Alright, so up until this moment it looks quite okay. We did manage. Let me check the situation with the spare parts. All compartments are dry. That's something to really be glad about. We have 3 left.
Verstanden. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloy.
Alright. Looks very, very good.
Diesel repariert.
Perfect, so we have also diesel fixed. I think we did not need any part for that. Yeah, it was a simple one. So let's check what still needs fixing. Electric motors, they can wait. Let's check this one. This is Wilhelm here.
Ja, Herr Kaloy. Ich kümmere mich darum.
This is completely broken, we don't need it. This is completely broken, we don't need it. Compressor works. Compressor works, alright, so we have... this is fine. Let's fix electric motors as one of the main fixes.
Ja, Herr
Still
Kaloy.
be
Ich
able to
kümmere
do.
mich darum.
Right, so there we only have to fix torpedo tube, which we don't need at all, and the pill thrower, which we don't need as well. So we'll fix electric engines to stay silent now. We'll just move probably underwater until La Rochelle, because planes are, since they are still like circling around, I believe they did not throw all the charges yet. So those who did, they are probably gone. But those who still have charges are still above us. So it means we have to remain silent. Yeah, so this one is severely injured. We will bring him to the officer room to make space for sailors. Whew, with 11 leaks and now completely dry U-boat, this was really a achievement, like a huge one. I'm really glad we managed until now. Now we'll try to patch a couple of more things while we still can, and then we slowly move away. I'm just really worried about the aircrafts above us. Okay, so here we need to fix a light bulb. Okay, these two should be fixed as well, at least the radio room. Alright, so we have to do that as soon as the electric motor is fixed. And here, just the light bulb and the front torpedo rooms, torpedo tubes. We can manage without torpedoes for now. As soon as the engines are fully fixed, we could be able to start moving. Although,
Befehle,
so
Herr
he is
Kaloi.
carrying 5 more
Ja? Wie
spare
lauten Ihre
parts.
Befehle, Herr Kaloi?
Ja,
So let's do
Kapitän?
that. He will drop them
ich
there.
erwarte Ihre Befehle. Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
So we can fix couple more things. Yeah, perfect. We will potentially fix almost everything. Let's go from the stern. Right, Wilhelm, you are our hero for today. You fixed all the leaks. I think Friedrich maybe did one, maybe none. Then he was taken out.
Auf maximale sichere Tiefe gehen.
We'll start to slowly move. Let me just double check on the map. If we are approaching the more shallow water or if we are safe.
Kondensstreifen. Peilung. 100 Grad.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
5 Meter.
Yes.
10 Meter.
Tauchen auf 25 Meter.
We have to wait with this then. Still too dangerous. There are 4 aircraft above us.
$15 Meter.
Right, so the next thing to be fixed would be hydrophone. If there will be
20 Meter.
any charges on us, then we should get the report from our guy, radio man. Okay, so the engine is already fixed. He just needs... Alright, so he will fix the...
Ja, Herr Kaloi, ich
listen,
kümmere mich
Wilhelm.
darum.
Hey guys, can I just pass?
Horchgerät wieder einsatzbereit. Verstanden, Herr Kommandant. Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
Oh, this needs repairs as well, so we'll fix that.
Alles klar. Ich werde mich darum kümmern.
So all the main equipment
Schraubengeräusch.
is now
Peilung
fixed.
155 Grad. Schott instand gesetzt. Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
Still have 7 things which are broken down, and we have 6 spare parts.
Herr Kapitän?
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle. Herr Kapitän?
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Herr Kaloy?
Herr Clarion? Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern. Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
Ja? Verstanden, Herr Kommandant. Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle. Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum. Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloy? Funkgerät repariert. Verstanden, Kommandant.
We could try to surface and ask our gunner, our Anton, to occupy the machine gun and try to engage them. The problem is that if he will be injured, I'm not sure if we can like dive fast enough. And still, the assumption is that these 4 aircraft which are still above us still have charges. Or at least these grenades which are especially against personnel. If we will move, even I have set it before to this red deepest safe depth, so it was still not deep enough because we are in a very shallow water, so even the flag was popping out the water. So in order to get to La Rochelle with still 4 aircrafts on us, think I'm spending precious spare parts on currently unnecessary fixes because we still can get leakages. And then
Bugrohre wieder einsatzbereit.
completely dead in the water. So we have both engines now up and running. He will be assigned to the
Verstanden, Kommandant.
depth steer station because we shouldn't pop up as long as it's possible. So we will slowly start to move now.
Auf maximale sichere Tiefe gehen.
Aktuelle Tiefe 15 Meter.
Alle Maschinen stopp! Kleine Fahrt voraus.
5 Meter. Funktelegramm gesendet. Aktuelle Tiefe 10 Meter.
Kondensstreifen. Peilung 320 Grad.
Since this periscope is still submerged, I believe we are not popping up as much as before. Maybe because I asked. Still have 4. So in worst case we will get 4 leakages, which is we had 11 already. So if we will get 4 more, we still could be able to patch them as soon as the engines are not damaged. So I think fixing torpedo tubes was completely unnecessary.
140 Grad.
We should preserve. Okay, next time we will have better understanding of the situation. Since we are moving already.
10 Meter.
They are definitely circling around.
Aktuelle Tiefe 15 Meter. Schraubengeräusch. Peilung 140 Grad. Zehn Meter.
Yes. Maybe they did not see.
Schraubengeräusch. Peilung 135 Grad.
If they have charges, we have a problem.
Schneller, schneller, schneller!
Is he going at us again? Yeah, he is. So I don't know what he's trying to achieve if there are no charges on him anymore. Let's hope there are not, because we have only 4 spare parts.
Aktuelle Tiefe 15 Meter.
Kurs setzen!
Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloy.
Well, let's try one thing. I will reveal myself. Cool.
Schraubengeräusch. Peilung 145 Grad.
Zu Befehl, Herr Kommandant.
Auf Seerohrtiefe!
Herr Kaloy, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
We are already running diesels, so we are making smoke. They will see us immediately, yeah? One is already at us, the one which was further away. We will see if this is going to hold or not, what they're trying to do. Are there any charges? Yes, there are only this grenade.
Alarm beenden!
Now we can surface.
Tanks anblasen!
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
Herr Kaloy, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Let's give Anton a
Ich erwarte
helmet,
Ihre Befehle.
just in case. Okay, we can't exchange because we have a champagne. Alright, so that's it. That was strange.
Lenzpumpe einschalten!
Wird
Deckgeschütz
erledigt, Herr Kaloy.
besetzen!
Okay, so we only have a deck gun, not the machine gun, because machine gun is broken. Alright.
Es ist nicht mehr erforderlich, die Schotten geschlossen zu halten. Elektrokompressor einschalten. Lenzpumpe einschalten.
Alright, but we are on the surface again. With 11 leakages fixed, a couple of equipment is still broken, it's completely fine. 2 severely injured sailors, I mean 1 sailor, 1 officer, but we still did manage to surface. With like 2 completely flooded compartments, the bow torpedo room and officer's room. So both were like full of water, and we also got leakage at the stern torpedo room. I think 2 of them. So I'm really satisfied. As I said, this crew is amazing. We were ambushed again with 12 aircrafts, now all are gone. And we can safely land at La Rochelle soon. Right, so we are already running low on spare parts. This one is the only anti-aircraft gun we have, so if any aircraft will decide to come back, we have to have it. We do not have replacement for Friedrich, like real replacement, because the other mechanic which is at port, I mean at port, let's say, it's killed as an engine mechanic, not as a torpedo mechanic, but we will still take him. Friedrich has to recover from his injuries. Wilhelm is our hero today, like real hero. Yeah, we did manage, that's really amazing.
Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Tiefe unter Kiel 11 Meter.
Alright, I will use some time compression to get to the port faster now. We won't fix anything else, we will let port guys to fix that. Or we could technically fix a radar.
Wird erledigt, Herr Kaloi. Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum. Jawohl, Herr Kaloi.
As you cannot have no more spare parts. We fixed all we could, we still have... Okay, just...
Jawohl, Herr Kaloi.
So torpedo tubes could be fixed, because they are just to be finished fixing, they already used spare parts, so this is fine. So the only thing which was not fixed was the stern torpedo tube. Just one thing out of everything we did manage, like, amazingly well.
Ja?
Herr Kaloi?
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloi? Herr Kapitän?
Herr Kaloi?
We'll open one champagne, apparently, right now. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. You are really doing well.
Ich benötige Ihre Unterstützung. Folgen Sie mir.
Wird erledigt, Herr Kaloi. Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloi?
Ja.
Herr Kaloi? Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloi?
Right, so we'll
Herr
need 1,
Kapitän.
2, 3 breathing
Herr Kaloi.
apparatuses because they are
Herr
completely
Kaloi.
gone. Here's 100,
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle,
here's
Herr
100,
Kaloi?
and I will have to check mine.
Herr Kaloi?
I have 97, so this is okay. Whew, that was a very difficult ending of a very simple, basic, successful mission. Just go to Gibraltar, laid some mines, fire at 2 destroyers, sink one, then we intercepted one Spanish or some other merchant ship successfully. And almost at La Rochelle we were like bombed to oblivion. 11 leakages, many wounded, load of damaged equipment. But we are here. On surface, back to La Rochelle.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Hopefully Wilhelm gets some decoration. Okay, so who was Friedrich and Theo? Yeah, those, the one sailor and our torpedo mechanic are now hospitalized. Alright, so let's check if he gets some decorations. Felix. Nice. Harrow as well. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, he got 2 decorations at once. Oh yeah, he did really like all of them. Yeah. I'm gonna have a milk cow. U-boat. So did we close them? Yeah, we closed this campaign again. So we have only 2 remaining at the current moment. One is the southern roads and another one is passed through Gibraltar. So I'm not sure if we could start working on the southern roads. But the point is, if we will go through, we will be in the Mediterranean and there are some activities going on there. So we should probably join the fight there. Yeah, let's restock, let's decide what will be available from headquarters.
Was benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier? Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an.
Alright, so we dropped all 9 spare parts, so we will sell them for free. I know it's nothing, it's not a spare part, it's just a scrap. Because he was removed from the... and he also dropped his breathing apparatus, but we will sell it because I think it's not 100. What we technically did before was quite clever. I asked our officers to hold something. So he's holding 5 medkits, he as well, so this is important for the crew. By the way, he can already pick up the apparatus, so we'll buy a new one. And then he has, both of them should carry 5 each, 5 spare parts. Anton just has to reach the storage room and take these 5 spare parts. Alright, so we should be fine. Let me double check.
Herr Kapitän?
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Clarion?
Ich erwarte
Yes.
Ihre Befehle. Was benötigen Sie, Herr? Sehen Sie sich die
So we'll
Lagerbestände
buy
an.
these again.
Ja?
Herr Kapitän? erwarte Ihre Befehle. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Clarion. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Clarion.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Clarion? Was benötigen Sie, Herr Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an. Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Clarion? Bestätige. Jawohl, Herr Clarion.
Ja,
Herr Clarion? Ja?
ja.
Was benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier? Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an. Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Herr Clarion.
Herr Clarion? Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Clarion?
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Clarion?
Mhm. Alright, so we will remove Wolfgang from the group because he's just a runner. We already have a runner lead officer, Anton, so he's completely not necessary for now. He will be disbanded. Then we have Kremer, he will be on the headquarters all the time. Ernst is currently with us. Joachim can stay for now. But the Hubert, as I said, he was trained as an engine specialist. And he will join our crew currently as a torpedo mechanic. Because there is no other mechanic available right now. Right, so we have the full crew again. Let's give task to... I think it was... So both are now chief engineers, but Wilhelm is better at that, so he will be just engineer or mechanic, but we'll adjust it as needed. Okay, so Friedrich was also a cook, like by profession. So we will have currently no cook for discipline, well okay, this is fine. Hubert will take place as a mechanic for now.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Let's check headquarters, we have some point at least. We have 2 points. So we will build pens in the Bergen. This is quite okay. Alright, so I think we sorted everything out. We have everything loaded again. We have finished Minelaying Africa campaign fully. And we restocked, repaired everything. We have a full crew again. Not the best skilled. Currently we are waiting for Friedrich to recover. How much time? How many?
Herr Kommandant, dies könnten Ihre neuen Besatzungsmitglieder sein. Möchten Sie Ihre Akten einsehen?
They will be hospitalized 24 days. This is not like end of the world. Together with Theo, and he's on tuberculosis. This is unknown, and he's and the same guy here and the same guy there. So I think Walter is maybe from like type 2 already, maybe A even, on tuberculosis, and he's still not recovered. So we don't know when they will return. So we have Theo and we have especially Friedrich out for 24 days. So if we will go to Mediterranean, we will need a couple of days to get there. We will do maybe basic missions there, and hopefully he will be already recovered. Alright, but that is for this episode. From the war, it's currently 21st January 1941. We did manage to survive huge enemy ambush again, 12 aircraft, but now we were really badly damaged. But we are still alive, no one died, and that is really perfect. Thank you very much for watching, and you can subscribe, you can follow, and watch all the episodes on Twitch or on YouTube. Thank you very much, bye bye.